Strategy than everybody else?
Well, we're just trying to do something totally different than everybody right now. You know, it's our only chance. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, sorry there, guys. He's trying to figure out what he's going to do with the strategy here. Wanted that caution with 10 to go, put new tires on, and hopefully everybody else has old tires for him.
Yeah, that's an interesting place to crash. As you see Brendan Jones down there, down into turn one. Makes you wonder what happened there, but this is definitely going to change the strategy up quite a bit.
An interesting spot to crash here.
Oh, it's blew a left rear tire. Turned him straight right into the outside wall, and away it goes.
And as teams, that's something that everybody here is always pushing the limit on, is how low can you go on?
Oh, trouble right there. You saw it. Elliott getting together with the 33. They can't break away from each other, and they bring out the caution once again here at Iowa Speedway. And the implications and the points now, Dale.
Yeah, even worse situation than what they were looking at with that happening. Yeah, you can see they were battling. You can see as they come off turn 4, you think that you've made enough of a run there, but the 9 car on the outside, you've always got to be mindful of that car. It's carrying more speed as it gets back to the throttle, and he missed his opportunity if he was going to make the slide job. He had him cleared at one point in time, but then the 9 had the momentum, and he would already covered that spot.
They were battling for 8th at the time.
Yeah, that's where he should have moved up when he had him cleared right at that point, but he gave the 9 the opportunity to be there, and it's not like him just to back out and let him come up.
8th here. Hemrick the leader on the inside lane. Great jump as we head toward halfway.
Looks like they were a little more courteous to one another that start, for sure.
And how different, Clint, will that 22 car be? He spent the whole race up front. Now he's buried back in traffic. Is it a drastic difference the way it'll handle?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, that's
one in the wall. That's Brandon Jones. One stage 2, lost the track position after pitting.
Talk about chaos. That's just par for the course. Win your stage, and the next thing you know, you're wrecked. Unfortunate.
Saw Ryan Sieg sliding through the grass there as well in the 39 car. He's going to be able to get back on the road, but that looks like the day is done for Brandon Jones.
A lot of damage there.
It was so funny. I was watching Tift and Reddick. They were right there, almost a hit, and then in the background you saw him go around.
Kaz Gralla with some big damage. It looks like Jones just gets loose.
Just chasing it, really, really loose. It's amazing, that wall. Did you see that thing move? Every time I see a wreck anymore as a race car driver, sure appreciate whoever built and designed that thing.
It makes me want to hug them. I mean, I know how hard that concrete is and that technology. Look at the job Sieg does. He just...
Yeah, he did.
Little speedy dry, and Brandon Jones hits the wall.
Wow.
Hang on to it. Hang on to it.
Tyler Reddick in the 9 also with an issue.
Keep it up there.
Caution coming out again.
Keep it up there. Keep it up there. Slow down here as we get to pit road.
Came out of turn 2. You saw the speedy dry that was trailing back behind the car. That's what they put down to make sure all of the fluid is off the racetrack. But it looked like Brandon Jones just got loose coming off of turn 2.
It was more down the straightaway, wasn't it, Junior? It looked like maybe he was trying to side draft.
Let's take a look and see. I couldn't tell what happened.
It was
the
weird.
Weirdest thing.
So he's going down the straight. They're perfectly straight, wide open in the gas, clearly. And Hemrick moved away to try to prevent the side draft, and then the 19 went to try to side draft. Next thing you know, he was sideways. I don't think I've ever seen that before, Junior. Have you?
Yeah, I haven't. I haven't seen anything similar to that in a long time, but
makes you think if he had a tire going down or something. I don't know.
It is possible that maybe he had
Cole Custer gets behind the left rear quarter.
Oh, round goes to 33. So Brandon Jones, and there's contact. The 93 gets into him.
Got hit hard right rear.
And just snuck through there was the 19 of Matt Tift. I was going to explain. You talked about it on the grid. Matt Tift had to go to the...
Off of turn 1, and it is Jones. He's hit the barrier. He'll get it righted and get it going. See Tyler Reddick there in the back of the 9 had a restart violation last time. That's why he... See what we can see here. Here
goes the 19 spinning across, and looks like you kind of see back there as drivers slowed a little bit to avoid that. Bill Elliott getting into the back of Henderson.
Time for Brandon Jones. Take another look at it.
He tries to look at that. Just right at the last second, he thought the 22 truck of self was going to come up the hill. He made an evasive move to the right and just spun him around on the back straightaway. This place is so tough, and that's a perfect example of the banks that you talked about, Phil, and how.
Yeah, a flat straightaway, and Brandon Jones is not involved in this action at all. He may spin, but he.
And now Christopher Bell. Oh, right behind him. John Hunter Nemechek in the 42.
Oh,
He clipped Brandon Jones. Brandon Jones slides into the inside wall.
Be ready, guys. Put that spot below.
John Hunter Nemechek in the 42 saw him getting loose.
Definitely knocked out.
Well,
You see Austin Cindric with a really good job behind John Hunter Nemechek not to make that wreck any worse than it was. And look at this, spinning in front of the entire field, and nobody hit him. This is where the damage is. Boom! That's a big impact.
Now go through the dog leg. Looked like Brandon maybe thought he was clear. Williams still had his nose up in there. They made contact, and it turned the 33 around.
Also, Cole Custer in there as well in the 00.
Yeah, I think pretty significant damage to him too. See the big contact into the right side, and then he clips Byron. I think William just felt like he had.
All got stacked up off turn 2, and just 4 wide's not going to work.
Looks like Michael Annette in the 5 might have been some contact there.
I think there was definitely contact. They're racing for 9th position.
So heavy damage to the 33. Safety crew already there and attending to Brandon Jones.
So again, second caution of the day for Brandon Jones.
Adam, that's a 3rd straight race. This team has had a spin and an accident. Exiting turn 4 is so tough. You can see just a little loose there.
And there it is. It just allows the 16 to get to his back bumper. And I don't think they actually hit each other, but he's already loose once in the corner, so he's already loose. And then when the 16 packs air onto the left rear of that car, there's not much holding onto it.
The monster, he bites.
You know.
Yep. Hard.
The last 5 races here, we've had 4 cautions in each race. I'm doing the math.
Left, you see, just got free off of turn 4, makes contact with the inside wall. Not huge contact, though, Steve. We've seen much bigger contact when people spin off turn 4 than that. So hopefully it's not too much.
Any contact. He was right in the middle of the
Justin
road.
Allgaier was all but wrecked there as well.
Really fortunate for both those guys because Brandon was loose dead in the center of the turn, and it went for a long, slippery slide.
Yeah, all Chris Gabehart and that 19 crew will have to do is maybe tighten it up and put 4 fresh tires. Here's what they had to say, though.
Brandon, did you get under the wall? Rear a little bit. Did not seem hard at all. If anything, the back screamed at some. The front did not.
There it is. There it was.
And around goes to 33.
That was a battle to get back in the lead lap.
A little contact was made, and the 33 goes around. Brandon Jones was running 20th as the checkered and yellow flag.
But what I was saying, the win is more of a detriment as you try to shuffle into turn 1 than frustrating coming off turn 2.
Not the start to practice Brandon Jones would have liked, but no damage to his Toyota Camry. And he's 4th quick, so he's got some speed in that bright yellow machine.
And I think that's a great example of what these drivers battle here at Auto Club. Watch up top of the screen as it comes into the there he is already in trouble. Whoa, so fortunate A that he didn't get in the outside wall, but then also a great job by Brandon keeping the gas down. He had the power down, so watch right there, he has the gas on. That's pushing him away from the outside wall. Tires are still
save it. Well, you can see Elliott Sadler in trouble, and now the 33 of Jones gets into Hornish, and they're in the wall.
From the 88 of Josh Berry. So I don't think it had anything to do with the speedy drive, other than maybe if Josh Berry got to his right front end there and couldn't get turned and looked like he got into the left rear of Justin Hart. Let's look at it from Ryan Reed's perspective. And Reed dives down low, and this is the action. You're right. Here it is again.
left of the screen, and the contact, if it occurred, has already happened.
Second-year driver Brandon Jones.
Pretty good left front, spinning the fence on the right side. Be ready here.
Seventh caution of the day. Comes out with 77 laps to go. That's the 33 of Brandon Jones, sophomore driver from Atlanta, Georgia.
Been running all day, just around the 20th position inside the top 20, and obviously we've talked about.
Oh, Hemrick slides up the track, gets into Allgaier.
Jones hit it once, rebounded, got hit again, and turned once.
Brandon Jones on the track catches the 5 of Mike Lynette. Brandon Jones again caught the 18. Ryan Freese.
Oh,